Hi everyone, Shalom to you all and nearly Shabbat Shalom. Today is Friday. It's the 13th day of the Hebrew month of Sivan. Today is also June the 2nd, and we're about to read this coming Shabbat, the third portion in the book of Numbers, what we call Parashat Beha'alotcha. And the portion begins on chapter 8, speaking to us about the candelabra, about designing it, about making the light shine from what we call the menorah, the golden menorah. And in actual fact, when we walk into a person's home, we can really have a sense about the things that matter to him. We see the paintings on the walls, we see the kind of the style of the furniture, we see how everything is organized and shaped in a very specific way that would suit the needs of the people living in the house. When we look at the tabernacle, we must understand that this is the physical home of God. God, who has no form or body or shape or anything that any of the dimensions that we are restricted by, He chose to have a house and to dwell inside of us or amongst us, as we see in the book of Exodus. And when we examine the way this house is designed and shaped, we can really have a picture of what are the things that really matter to this God who lives in this house. We see right when we walk into the main sanctuary, we see three elements. We see the menorah, we see light, we see the showbread, the table with the loaves of bread being there for the priests, and we see the golden altar for the incense. And these three elements, right when we walk into the main sanctuary, really represent the Lord's presence and the ways by which He's having His relationship with us. We find the showbread, which represents the physical provision, let's put it this way. The physical provision, the bread, the earthy aspect of life, that's all very important. We are human beings, we are not angels, we have finite bodies, we need to eat, we need to be sustained, and that is reflected in the tabernacle, as long as we understand who gives us that provision and who sustains us for real. We also have the candelabra, the menorah, the golden menorah, which represents light. It's a substance which is of course physical, yet it's not really tangible. We can't really touch light, and that really is a representation of God's spiritual intervention, His spiritual presence in our lives, which is just like the earthly provision. This is the spiritual provision, not just for us, but for the entire world, of course. And then we also have the altar of incense. The smell, the sense of smell, is the most spiritual sense that we were given. Breath is given through the nose, and when the soul departs, according to Hebraic observation, the soul departs through the nose. It's the most spiritual sense that we carry, more than the sense of eyesight and hearing and taste and tangibility. It is the sense of smell. And we also find it in the Hebrew language. We find the word reach, being smell, to be very much connected to the word ruach, which is spirit. And God chose for the altar of incense to be there, which is only for the sake of, in order to produce smell. It's not about living sacrifice. It's not about sweet aroma coming from sacrificing animals. It's about a different kind of aroma of spices, creating a smell, not necessarily for Him to smell, but for us to smell, so that when we walk into this home of His, then we will be able to have a lifted up spirit, so that we will be able to get something which will help us to connect with this infinite presence living in the house. Of course, after walking into the main sanctuary, there is also Holy of Holies, but we can talk about Holy of Holies in another session. May we all live to experience God's provision, physical, earthly provision, and also spiritual provision coming from the candelabra, as we read about it in chapter 8, the beginning of our portion. Shabbat Shalom to you all.
Hi, Ruth and Gil here again, and wanting to just tell you a little bit more about the Now Weeks that we do in Israel, where we host groups. You can come from wherever you live and meet us here in Israel, and we spend a week together. And besides studying God's Word and visiting people and meeting people, one of the really central things that we do together is worship. And we always feel that when we come to study His Word, that our hearts need to be prepared in worship, and we find that God really speaks to us as a group through the worship, and sometimes we even get to share some of our worship with the people that we go to meet when we're sort of out on the road. So if you know that you're wanting to worship when you come to Israel, I guarantee you're going to do lots of it.
I can tell you personally that worship has been a very crucial, very essential part in my faith and in my walk with God. And just looking at the last time that we've done, and now we can going to people's homes and to where people are, where Jewish people are, and bringing that worship together. Reassuring them and that this is okay, it's possible for us to do it, and they see a Jew and Gentile doing it together, and they are so inspired, the hearts are opened. It's really, really unique. And so the worship is very central in these times together, and we encourage you to come and take part, to join us in this journey, and may we forever be blessed in this.
Amen.
Amen.